It's Wednesday. You know what that means. Tonight we're getting Takeshita and MJF. Let's party.
God, I just listened to this whole podcast. It was terrible. I feel like my ears are gonna bleed.
What'd you say? This is Darby Allin, and you're listening to Give Me a Whole Yeah podcast.
Hello and a very warm welcome to the Give Me a Whole Yeah Wrestling podcast. My name is Ant. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. I've been working. I have literally just finished working. Let's go through what we've got on tonight for tonight's show, and then we will party with your comments. Thank you everyone for being in chat earlier than me, and ready to rock for this stream. It's going to be a fun one, and I'm a little bit late. My apologies. Let's go with some music. Let's put some music on, baby. Let's Let's take it like we're driving down a desolate road, and we're just in our car, chilling. It's been a good day. Life's good. And tonight we're watching some wrestling. We're going to watch some people beat the living crap out of each other. It's going to be good. Tonight's card, we have the Elite versus Top Flight and AR Fox. We also have Bryan Danielson versus Rouge. The Acclaimed going up against the Guns. There's a world title eliminator. Let's see what's going to happen with the world title. And then, of course, we've got MJF versus Takeshita. Man, Takeshita is getting that push, and I am freaking here for it. And all of you guys are here for it as well. Thank you so much for joining me. We've got loads of people in chat. We've, of course, got Sassy. Of course, we've got Sassy, who rocks. Sassy, you got the Give Me a Whole Yeah account. Are you happy to do polls tonight? Do you want to give it a go, or I can do it if need be? I am happy either way. I'm just happy you're here. I'm happy every time Sassy's here. Everyone's happy for Sassy. She keeps us safe. She keeps us away from all them negative people that come into the stream and say, "Oh, you've got a bogey up your nose," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I'm living with it, man. I'm living with it. Leave me be." Let's go to Give Me a Whole Yeah, and so I can see if the polls are not working. Watch live. Dynamite started. Here we go. We're at the titles. Just seeing Jericho with his purple suit. Dax Howard, Swerve, MJF holding the title up. Mate, I haven't seen them titles up much. I think now, for whatever reason, on Dynamite, it tends to do this thing where they're like, it'll go live, but then it'll say, "Do you want to watch live?" And it's like, yeah, of course I freaking do. That's why I'm here, plonker. We've got Todd in the house. We've got Michael in the house. We've got Joey. Greetings, man. We've got Word 7 at 9. Sup, brother? We got Chris Leclerc. Welcome, dude. We've got Mark LFC UK. MJF is coming out to start the show. Mate. What, the crowd are going mental as MJF makes his way. What a hot crowd straight away. Someone with a sign saying Africa is not a country. Interesting sign there. Interesting sign. Let's go through some comments. Sassy says, "Welcome to the live stream of AEW Dynamite." Welcome to you all. Thank you for joining us. Our shop is open for all your gift needs. The links are in the description. Check it out. You can get a teddy bear with a Whole Yeah shirt on. Press that bell, the ring bell, ding, 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 to never miss out on content. We do loads of good stuff. Had a really good chat about Bray Wyatt, even if you're not into him. We had fans of Bray Wyatt, and we had me, and we had Dan, Pro Eve, and Sam, and a dude from the Wrestling Insiders, which was fantastic. He was great. Really good stuff, man. Good. Check it out. Now we have memberships for every budget. We do have special emojis and perks. Sassy's gonna put one of them perks in the chat right now for all of you guys to see. Oh yeah, here's Takeshita. Takeshita is coming down, mate. I've had a really long day at work. I've literally just finished work. I've been at work for 12 hours, and here I am. I'm at work at 9 in the morning. That's 8 hours time. And I'm spending 2 of it watching Dynamite with you guys, and I appreciate you all for being here. Patreon and Super Chat are now open for donations. Donations are optional, absolutely optional. But I tell you what's not optional, hitting that like button, right? It really helps me out. It helps people see the channel. We're only a baby channel. Like, getting that like button, it does the YouTube algorithm thing, and people can hang out with us. So do it. That's what I say. Do it. Exactly. Todd, welcome. Thank you for joining the chat. The other day, some wonderful points made by Todd in the chat. Liking our video helps the channel grow. It really does, man. Here's Takeshita and MJF as we get the ring bell. And MJF says he's going to give a handshake. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it, Takeshita. No, says Takeshita. Oh, MJF does his sad face. He's doing his... What are they calling him? Wolero is all I can hear. And I don't think they're saying that. And MJF obviously using it to his advantage to get on top of Konosuke Takeshita straight away. But a massive elbow dive puts down MJF. Man. Please enjoy the show. Absolutely. Sit back, relax. It's Wednesday. If you're new to the channel, say hi to people, man. We're a cracking little crew here on a Wednesday night. I freaking love it. We have a good fun. Dan, a massive thank you to Dan as well. I didn't know if I was going to be late back from work, and he'd prepared the stream for me, but he'd also prepared to set up to do the stream if I want to hear. So a massive thank you to Dan being in the background. Oh, Jim Hitter versus the Bunny in the AEW Women's Eliminator match. Yes, the Garcia Guevara gauntlet tonight. Oh yeah, he's got to beat like everyone, hasn't he, in one go? Nice. Rouge versus Danielson. That's happening tonight as MJF lays the elbows into Takeshita and the Elite versus Top Flight and AR Fox. Man, Takeshita's just been whipped over by his arms. What's MJF doing? He's just posing. He's doing a pose. Yes, it does. And what an event last night. Glad you had a good time, Todd. Glad it was fun. I had a heated discussion with some Bray Cult followers. Absolutely, man. It was great. It was great hearing all your comments. And it was great hearing their comments as well. They had some wonderful points. And, like wrestling, I just think if we get like a better understanding of what it is, what we all like, right? We can maybe enjoy it more. Maybe I can find things to enjoy about Bray Wyatt. I really can. I think his builds to matches are great. Don't think he can close a match, but it doesn't matter. We can all have a difference of opinion and we can talk about it. We can not get offended by it. We can just have a good time. It's cool. It's great. Sounds like fun. It was. And love. It was entertaining, fun. Good, man. I'm glad you had a good time, Todd. Oh, man. DDT rocking the socks out of Takeshita. Rocking the socks out of Takeshita. What does that even mean? Hey up, Michael. Hey, Mike. Hey, Mox Buddy. Hey, Todd and Mox Buddy. Hey, Mike Sassy. Did I call it his return or did I call it his return? Mark LFC is on the booking. What use that music, was she? Damn it. Yeah, you did. I'm doing really good. Excited for 2K23. The game looks better and better each day. Nice, Michael. Well, I'm excited. I've been doing some work. That's a little preview. Oh, mate, that's not a preview. If you pause the video there, you can see the full thing. That is a list of a load of wrestlers that I've put in, and I'm hoping to create a women's division and to do a GM mode in the lead up to 2K23. Loads of AEW wrestlers in there. Jeremy Hayter, Britt Baker, Abaddon. So we're going to do a GM mode with all of them people in, and I've put in a lot of work, hours of work, to try and get the pictures up so it actually looks like decent, as opposed to just like created characters. So I've got loads more work still to do on it, and then hopefully that'll be coming live in the next few weeks. So subscribe to the channel, and it's a return back to the GM mode 2K22. Hope you if you did enjoy the first series, I hope you can enjoy this one. Hammer throw into the ropes. He goes up on his head, but Takeshita with a big boot, not messing about, not gonna go for that Hurricanrana, and lifting up. Beautiful sheer drop brainbuster from Takeshita. Mate, I even called the move right before the commentary did. Yes, go me. I didn't just say he did a suplex. Hi, Mark. You certainly did. Mark did. Mike, who do you play the most? Oh, Mike on 2K22. Gonna look for a snack. All good, Michael. I'll probably play as Carmelo Hayes a lot. Nice. I have chip and dips all set. Banging, man. Banging. I'm not eating because I've got to sleep. Wait, Takeshita, man. Takeshita with the Eddie Guerrero tribute on the top rope before going for the massive frog splash and hitting it. 1, 2. And the crowd are on fire. What a good crowd this is, man. Any chance from the crowd? A up Sassy, A up Todd, A up Michael, supple, yes, sup words, greetings, and Sassy and chat. Hope everyone is doing well. Joey, thank you so much for joining us, brother. I really appreciate it, man. I appreciate all of you, man. I don't know yet. I can if you walk me through it. Oh, cool. Okay. Oh, so I need to do that now. I bet Hassan's in here, isn't he? Yes, Hassan's in here. So I'm going to I'll talk you through it this time and then see if you can do it. So on the buttons, there should be a plus, and that's if you go on it, it's start a poll and then just write who wins. And then in the yes and no, just write the competitor's name and then ask the community and people can vote. So I hope that makes sense. Give it a try on the next one. If you can't, it's cool. There we go, guys. Got the poll in there for you. Bless Sassy. Sassy's agreed to do the polls for us so that it takes a little bit off because I miss parts of the match when I'm doing that. I miss that part of the match. So Sassy's kindly agreed to do it for us. And obviously, Sassy is the moderator, is doing a wonderful job. And love you, Sassy. Love you, Sassy. Chris Leclerc, Toxic Attraction broke up last night, did they? That's an NXT thing, right? And now Gigi Golan and JC Jane are going to be in the 2K23 that comes out in 34 days, March the 14th. Nice, Chris, with the dates, letting us all know. Oh, Takeshita going for a crossbody, but he hits the floor. Hitting his arm again, man. That salt of the earth is going to get locked in and really hurt him. Hey, up Joey, up Chris. Hi, Mikhail. How you doing? Lovely to see you. Oh, mate. New ring attire, mate. Yes, MJF is in new ring attire. The black and red pants, knickers, whatever. Hi, everyone that just joined. Hello, ZJI, mate. It's Wednesday, and you all come every week. I freaking love you guys. You rock, man. Thank you so much. I would kiss a rattlesnake before I shook MJF's hand. Norma, welcome. Great point. And MJF getting his head rung into the ring post. Yeah, man. Thank you, Norma. Nice to see you, dude. Oh, mate. This is great. It's just every week we get the same people coming in, hanging out. Wednesday night. Dynamite, baby. Massive kick from Takeshita to MJF. You deserve it from the crowd. That's obviously getting his head into the turnbuckle that they are celebrating as Takeshita goes up to the top rope. What's he going to do? Is he going to be a moonsault? Oh, no, MJF's out. No, no. MJF got to the ropes first. Takeshita hit his balls on the ring ropes. Going to have rope burn. Is every champion going to be defended tonight? Not that I'm aware of. No, I don't think so. No, because we've got the Jericho thing. No, it's not every champion. Not tonight, mate. That's normally Battle of the Belts. Stuff like that. Hi, Norma. How are you? Me too. Norma, I'll throw one at him. Yeah, right. Exactly, man. I'm streaming live. Whoa, massive flip from Takeshita and lands on his feet. He gets a super kick, but he can't put him down. Elbow to MJF as he goes for the rolling elbow. Takeshita bouncing off the ropes again. And turns him out with a lariat. This is wrestling. This is wrestling. Haley Deegan is streaming live. What are you streaming, Haley? What are you streaming, my love? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Haley. Someone let me know what Haley's streaming. I am genuinely interested. Cool. Hi, Haley. Can I get a vote, please, Hassan? I got it for you. It's all cool. Hi, Hassan. Hey, Haley. And are you going to make videos for the new AEW game? When does the AEW game release? It's been put back a few times, man. MJF getting the near pin, but he reverses the pin into the armbar. Salt of the earth submission as he's biting his fingers, and the ref saying, stop biting the fingers. Oh, Takeshita's able to roll him up. Go on, Takeshita. And sending MJF out. And Takeshita going over the top rope. Mate. Can you guys see why I love Takeshita so much? He is freaking great. Yeah, mate, I'll definitely do videos on it. I don't know when it releases. It's been put back several times. ZJI thinks it's coming out this month. I think it was due to, but I think it's been put back several times. So look, man, I'm not bothered if it gets put back. I just want them to make the right game and save it, because 2K22 is coming, 23 is coming out, and you don't need to split the audience. Save it until you can make the game really bloody good, right? Make it really bloody good. Make it last for a few years, and I'm good with that, man. Give me a good GM mode as well. I love a GM mode. Sorry, I'm really boring. I like me numbers. I'll tell you a really boring story about numbers. Let me tell you all later. Exposing the kneecap of Takeshita. I need instructions again. That's all good, Sassy. So press the plus again on the bottom of the chat, and then it'll say who wins. And it'll say question or something, and you write who wins on that or whatever you want using the official now MGF, and then just massive boot to the ropes again, rope burn all over Takeshita's balls. Takeshita's balls are a fireball, which I learned today is actually the act of dipping your testicles in hot wax. I learned that today. MJF spitting out at the ring. He's unhappy. What's he doing? He's just, man, he goes for the knee drop on that elbow again, really working on that elbow. Is he about to say eat shit? Takeshita with the elbows over to MJF. This is great to see MJF back in the ring. This is what we want, man. Kick from MJF. Takeshita going up and running the ropes. Missing it. And up. Power bomb onto the back of the knee. Power bomb onto the back of the knee. MJF's in pain, though. MJF's in pain. Mate. That's all good, Sassy. We can go through it as many times as you need to. Jeffy's out with the wife tonight, but he wants to say, what's up, Aunt? Jeff, if you're watching this back in the future, if you're just hanging out and watching Dynamite and you're like, mate, I wanna hang out with the boys. Blue Thunder bomb from Takeshita. Mate, that was a 3 count. What a match. Takeshita running with a knee. He hits it. He hits the knee. MJF's in position to get the rope, though. 1, 2. Cameraman's getting in position. Leg on the rope. Called it. I'm starting to learn. See into the future. That's what I do. And your boy looking good, mate. Looking good. Looking amazing as MJF communicating with Takeshita. Good, man. I tell you what, this isn't just great for Takeshita. This is great for MJF as well. Awesome opening match. Yes, it is. Can I just say, I am loving that neon. Words, right? Dan Hargreaves is all to thank for that, man. He asked me opinions on stuff and shows me stuff. And he did do some stuff with these logos up here. The Senton Atomico misses. He's getting the salt of the earth locked in. Is this going to be the end? It's salt of the earth, man. Takeshita fighting it. How long can he fight it for? He's had his arm destroyed during this match. Yeah, man. Thanks. I think Dan does a wonderful job, man. And so he had them in a white glow, and I was like, it's a bit distracting with the whole background thing. Can we try it into a black? Does it? He's amazing. He's really took that so well, so much better than me. This match is 100 times better than MJF versus the Ricky Stark match. Dan, yeah, it is. It's great. It's fucking amazing. Takeshita is, oh man, look at the bridge. You got with the bridge of the salt of the earth, and that's it. But MJF had to go to the bridge to beat Takeshita. What a match for both men, man. MJF needs more matches like that, man. He'll feel like a champion. He feels like a champion right now after a great match like that. I'm not saying he's been the best champion, but matches like that are what rates him up. Cracking opening night match. Only 17 minutes. Are you kidding? Including entrances. That's like 15 minutes. That was great. Asking the referee for his ring. Oh, mate, pushing the referee. Why did you do that, ref? Don't hurt Takeshita. He hurt Takeshita. He hit him with a Dynamite Diamond ring. What a prick. I'll get Danielson out to run him off and then go straight into Danielson's match. Oh, he's putting it down his pants. Instantly, the ring is now worth more. One might call that a cock ring. As Takeshita is bleeding. Oh, bless him. The Dynamite Diamond ring. Danielson, not happy with it, running off MJF. Hi, Dan. We had a really good chat last night. It was real nice seeing you, brother. Thank you for joining us for that Bray Wyatt stream, man. And thank you for joining us here. If you want to join, you are more than welcome. You know that. I don't know if your camera's working or not, though. But you know you are more than welcome, Dan, my man, Dan. As Takeshita bleeding in a pool of blood. That Dynamite diamond ring, Danielson's got to watch out for it. Man, Dr. Sampson coming out to check the cut on Takeshita. Oh, don't let that end Takeshita for a while. Don't let that end Takeshita. He's mate, put pressure on it. I know it's just a blade, but put pressure on it. Let's go. Let's heal him up so he can be ready next week. For real, I hate when video game release on time full of bugs. Mate, we never used to get that back in the day. We never used to have the bloody internet, right? You put on an Amiga game or a Commodore 64 game, there was no chance to freaking update it. They had to make games and fully make games, and they bloody did. Not anymore. Hello, it's Wizard of E. Hello, Dan, says Todd. AEW won't have GM mode. But what they might do is what they did with the Fire Pro Wrestling game and release it as an update afterwards if there's enough demand for it. So when it comes out, we'll like tweet them some shit. Not that I have any power to do that. Like, you know, I'll get all 15 people that join me for my AEW live streams to harass. That's the word. No molestation here. To harass the company that's making it. Ukes, isn't it? I think. Is it Ukes? Samoa Joe interview here. Hey up, Todd. The hold up on the game is because of the game rating. Right. Okay. So it's not. Oh, yes. Okay. Yes, it were. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's hope they don't cut too much out of it. I want thumbtacks, man. I want thumbtacks. This is freaking awesome. Amazing. It was amazing, Michael. And thank you for being here with me. And just as I was about to compliment on a good match too, he had to do that. Yeah, man. He was great. It was great. And he's an asshole. And you hate him. And that's what you're supposed to do. As the bunny comes out, yes, we're getting a women's match at the early part of the show. Penelope Ford, Kip Sabian, the Butcher, and the Blade, and the Bunny looking fantastic, just to let you all know. Did I put the bunny is going to be in my GM mode, guys. So come and hang out with me for that. It should be fun. We've got a couple of Eve girls as well, a couple of Impact ladies, a couple of Japanese stars. Let's go, man. As Penelope Ford with the hearts on the makeup and Ali, like, looking in sync. What's going on with these? Where are these a team from? Here comes Jamie Hayter. Jamie bloody Hayter. Bam, 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 bam. Sorry, guys, if I annoy you so much with the thingy. So this is a Eliminator match. So this is a chance for the title, right? Oh, there was another attack backstage. It was against Brittany Baker. Oh yeah, we saw that. Devastating. Britt Baker not happy with Tony Storm about that. I bet. Cool, man. A crimson mask on him. Oh, it's Bryan. It certainly is. Right. We can try. What to stream? Let me give you a link, my dude. Guys, Dan is. I think we all enjoy having Dan on the stream. I enjoy having Dan on streams. He gives us like wonderful insight. And mate, it's Jamie Hayter. So let's get Dan on as quick as we can. I'll do it over Facebook for you, Dan. If that's all good. And if you can get in, it'd be lovely to have your insight. Message. Oh, Dan, look at Dan with all the Eve girls. That looks fantastic. There we go, mate. Sent you a link to the StreamYards, my friend. Good evening, Dex. Welcome, brother. Nice to see you. Oh, a handshake at the start of this match, but a handshake that doesn't lead into anything devious. Good. If you're going to do it like multiple times, don't have the same ending each time. Good. I want to ask Dan about blood on the ring mat. Like, if there's blood on the ring mat, like, because that obviously like has been wiped or something, and Greg was even just wiping it there. Did they pour like a solution on it or something, or like a bleach or something like that to neutralize it, or something like that? I don't know. It's a question that I've got for Dan. And when Dan gets here, we'll answer that question, I have no doubt. Good evening, family. I went for a run, but I've been listening to you guys in the background. Dex, rock and roll, man. Dex running with us, man. Dex keeping an eye on his fitness, but also hanging out with a team, with a fam for Dynamite. Thank you, brother. As Jamie Hayter with several shoulder barges to the bunny. And the bunny looking good, man. Looking good. Looking aggressive, dude. I mean, Hayter's obviously freaking amazing. Jamie and Bunny is either next or the one after. Good. Well, I'm glad that they're putting them in a different position, is what I'd say. Instead of the normal position, let's have something a bit different. As the bunny wrenching on the back. Jeez Louise, them boobies look great then. Hey, Dan, so can try it for that. Yeah, man. Oh, Dan, well, hopefully we'll get you in soon. Hi, Thomas. That could have easily have been the main event. Yeah, man. Yeah, it could have been Michael. You have to bleed to get into the BCC. So welcome to the club, Takeshita. Of course, man. Of course, it was Danielson from the BCC who helped out Takeshita. Ooh, maybe that's a bigger part of the story. Oh, exciting. Bunny able to avoid Jamie Hayter as she runs her shoulder into the apron, but instead Bunny with a neck breaker on the back of the ring ropes. I got it to get a rating. It's got to get a rating first, lol. Yeah, man, cool. Well, let's have thumbtacks and stuff. Oh no, Jamie Hayter just hit a leg on the steps. Careful, girl. Careful, girl. Are you ready, love? And rock and roll. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce someone to talk about all the action and break it down with me. It's the friend of the podcast. It is the wonderful Pro Wrestling Eves, Dan. How you doing, Dan?
That was, such a letdown at the end there. It's the wonderful, it's Pro Wrestling Eves. Dramatic pause, but then the result was Dan.
Well, I'm sorry. I mean, but thanks for coming on and criticizing me straight away, you prick. Nice to see you.
I bothered to find out where he's from. He's just Dan from
I didn't find no, and I don't. Hey, just be freaking glad I didn't announce your weight. All right.
I'm happy. I'm perfectly okay with that.
Are you a good weight?
20 stone. I'm all good.
Well done. 6'2". Are you that big? You're bigger than me. Big man.
I mean, depends on some of the photos that you were sending us last night.
It had a tape measure on. You could see exactly what it was. And wrenching at the eyes of Jamie Hayter now, Bunny with the chops into the corner. Thanks for joining us, Dan. Blood in the ring.
It's nice to see that my bloody webcam's working.
I know, right? Yeah, because it stopped working last night.
Just so weird last night.
The Blood in the Ring, Dan. Do they put anything on it?
Yes,
they do. I thought they might, because that's gone there. So it'll be some sort of bleach solution. Like, you don't have to reveal it if it's a secret. But I assume
it's not a secret, but it's just going to be dependent on, like you say, like a bleach solution. It'll be dependent on the promotion. The everywhere will have what they believe is the best thing for it. And
yeah. Is that something you've had to use much in pro wrestling? Do you always have a bottle of toilet stuff?
A simple reason. I think we've only ever had 2 people gig.
Because DiMatteo really hurt herself once, didn't she?
Yeah, but she was outside. No, and she didn't bleed. That was a nosebleed. So, but she didn't bleed like everywhere. Like, do you know what I mean? It wasn't. See what when they've done the gig in there, it's instead of it's like bled out forwards like on a UFC, but it's not going to work that way with a bloody nose,
No. Cool. Jamie Hayter lands viciously on her knees when she reversed that DDT from the bunny man. Fighting on the apron here. Dan, can we just say how great Jamie Hayter is?
Yeah.
She's amazing. Oh, driving her head into the apron.
That was nice. I haven't seen that. That was nice.
Do you know what? This is one of the best matches I've seen from the bunny as well.
Bunny's great, man.
She's
also
really
got
good.
like a real here's the thing, I don't think people realize, just like Bunny always goes in there with like the intent to do her best.
Yeah, great, cool.
Herself. She's always pushing herself.
Good, and that's how you get better.
And she's been around for such a long time as well. And the fact that she still does that. Oh, that was a bit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, is she all right? Oh, just sort of fell over. And the ref telling the back that she's all right. And the lariat, the hater raid. Is it a hater raid? She's calling it? Oh, she's hurt.
Yeah, they went. I mean,
bloody good match, though, Dan.
Yeah. No, I
Good to see him in that spot as well. It's got to get a rating first, lol. Hi, Dex. It's the company that walked out on WWE. Yeah, I believe it's UX Interactive, I think. Hola, Sassy, says Dex. And here we have it next. Hey, Ann, if it's your other girlfriend. Oh, mate, mate, I've only got one girlfriend, and that's more than enough for me. Butcher played Bunny, Kip, and Penelope need a faction name. Yeah, agreed. I don't know how they've all come together, but it's cool. Good news for the game. Many different game modes will be added to Fight Forever after release. Well, that's exactly what I mean. I mean, if they release a GM mode, I'll be very happy because I enjoy GM mode. Deonna Purrazzo to stay at Impact till the 1st of January 2024 due to Impact taking up the contract extension. Interesting. We've got Saraya and Toni Storm backstage with Renee Paquette. Saraya saying Jamie Hayter won. Congratulations. Dan, would you like to see Jamie Hayter and Saraya go at it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it'd be good to see Jamie Hayter, Saraya, and Ruby Soho, I would say, based on what they've done so far.
Cool.
I would say that's a thing. Oh, this don't.
Oh, they're doing the NWO.
That was a little bit.
Spray painting L's on people, Dan. Spray painting L's. As we go back to the ring with Jamie Hayter leaving, obviously, and reacting to the audience for that video. I just got to say, those titles are beautiful. They are. I would hope that they spray it with disinfectant. Well, they certainly sprayed Layla Hirsch with spray pen. Not Layla Hirsch. What's her name? Leva Bates. There we go. Bates. Began with L. The bunny is always.
Consider taking a bit more to then lay on the ground for that long. To be honest with you,
yeah, but it is Layla Hirsch. I mean,
is it Layla Hirsch? Is it? You're bloody sure about that, aren't you?
It's Leva Bates. She didn't wrestle much.
No, that was Layla Hirsch. Yeah, sure. You're so insistent. Who am I to say otherwise?
This should be interesting. It was a good match. Can I get a vote, please?
What do you want to vote on?
Can't find the plus, mate. I missed the last vote. I'm sorry, Hassan. I'm sorry, I missed the last vote. There was a lot going on.
The vote when Hassan, you missed the vote for Hassan.
I missed the vote for Hassan.
Oh,
I missed the bloody vote for Hassan. I'm so sorry, Hassan. I tell you what, we'll end the MJF poll, which had 73% of you saying that he was going to win, and let's start a new poll. Who wins? Hassan or Hassan? Go on, guys. Vote in chat. Who wins? Is it Hassan or Hassan? Hassan always wins. Can't find the plus on. It should be under the chat. It says it when you scroll over it says engage with your audience, but I don't know what to do on your phone, Sassy. Maybe if we can't do it, Sassy, we'll do you. I'll do a video call with you at some point, and we'll go through it together. That's cool. I don't like them as heels, in my opinion. I don't mind because it gives us the option to get Hayter and Saraya and Soho and Storm, and they're all money matches, man. Time out, Ant. Jeez Louise. All right, time me out. Time me out straight away. Cool. How are you, Dan?
Yeah. You know, you?
Yeah. You know. You look like you're in a working men's club from the 70s.
Yeah.
Let's break down Dan's background a little bit. Let's get him full screen there. Radiator, yeah. It? When was the last time you bled that radiator, Dan?
A couple of months ago.
A couple of months ago. Nice.
Yeah.
Do you want to share a story with us, Dan? This could be like your segment of the show. Share a story with us.
I really like Ghostbusters. There's my story, and that's why there's Ghostbusters stuff back there. And if you're talking games, I'll tell you what. Actually, this is relevant to the subject.
There we go.
New AEW game. This is the game that the new AEW game is inspired by.
I thought it was that and No Mercy.
Sorry?
I thought they've quoted No Mercy as well.
So No Mercy was inspired by this game.
Okay, Dan didn't just go like, yeah, okay, they said it's inspired by No Mercy. Dan goes back, man.
Well, the thing is, it's like if you say No Mercy, people know what you're on about. If you say Tuken Retsuden 2, Virtual Pro Wrestling 2, then no one really, most people aren't going to know. But that is what this is.
Who is Vader's on?
And No Mercy is effectively a WWE reskin of this game.
There we go, guys. That was who's in it, Dan? Give us some wrestlers.
Well, you can see on the front there, because the thing is, it's like this is actually multiple promotions. This is how it would be in Japan on the video game. So they'd get the license from multiple promotions and stick them in one video game. So you've got wrestlers so during this point, All Japan and New Japan were the top two promotions. And you see, you've got Shohei Baba there, who was the promoter, creator, founder of All Japan, a legend of the game. Mitsuharu Misawa, who would later go on to create Pro Wrestling Noah, of course, but he was the All Japan Pro Wrestling Golden Boy. You got Vader there. I'm actually now just looking at this, and I'm just like, worked with him, which is just mental.
How cool is that? You should put some ticks on the front of the box.
Right, yeah, well, this is very hard to go. But basically, you've got a lot of wrestlers from, this was released in 2000. So, you'll have the wrestlers that are on the rosters from New Japan, All Japan, and various other Japanese promotions that are on this game, including a load of the smaller divisions. But you'll also have classics, retros. Like I say, this is one of the defining games of pro wrestling times. I strongly recommend if you've got a Nintendo 64 and you can get a converter to play Japanese games, this is what you want. Virtual Pro Wrestling.
There we go, guys. Virtual Pro Wrestling 2. That was story time with Dan Over. Thank you so much, Dan, for the new segment in the show. We love it. And we've now got MJF coming in. No, save it for another story.
So this is what we'll talk about next time.
Ooh, teasers. So subscribe to the channel. And you can see that free frame.
You get retro wrestling game chats now. That's what
nice, man. Look, can I just say, I really enjoy the fact that that MJF's bloodied up his hands.
Yeah,
I think it's a real nice little detail because that didn't happen in the ring, but it did not. I mean, it looks like Dexter would have a field day with that blood analysis, but I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
MJF talking about his high school crush. Oh.
Lou Camaro.
MJF insinuating that he received oral pleasure from a girl. Where's this going? Tasted pennies in his mouth, the iron of his blood, man. And took the live. A headed crack to Winskill. Oh. 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 Oh.
That was brilliant.
I mean, I was like, where is he going with this? And then it all makes sense. That was good. Wow, what a promo. I can't take my eyes off him. What a story that was. I was like, where the hell is he going to go with this? And then the whole switcheroo that he did with Liv after a head had explode. Next week, are we going to get the police arresting MJF for the massive confession that he just made on TV?
Sorry, if you said something, did you say something to me? I was DM.
It's all good. You was busy. That's all good. Are the police going to catch up to MJF next week?
That's what went through my mind when I heard that. I was just like, oh, you know, is there a statute of limitations on that, or is there not? I don't know.
Right, I've lost where I am in the chat, guys. Who have we got coming out now? It's the Jericho Appreciation Gauntlet match. So we'll do who wins for this. Oh, Hassan won the last vote. Congratulations, Hassan. You bleeding rock. 87% voted for Hassan as well. Amazing. Who wins? And the other 12% voted for Hassan. Which means there was 1% that voted for no one. I've got a really boring story in story time with Ant later on about percentages. It's really boring. Who wins? Starks or JAS, I guess. I assume it's going to be Starks, but we will have to see. Here comes Ricky Starks looking $1 million as always. There we go, guys. Sorry, just getting everything prepared so I can enjoy the wrestling. Thanks, Anne. N64 says words. It certainly is one of the best consoles there ever was. They're just releasing GoldenEye for the Switch, aren't they?
Yeah, I actually managed to pick up a Switch yesterday for just under £100. They were being sold off cheap at Tesco's over here. So
no way.
Yeah. They just reduced them from like £250 to £100 because they've just decided they weren't going to sell the consoles anymore. So they just were like, just get rid of them. So they reduced them to
I'm
that
tempted to get one.
Picked one up, along with Mario Kart and some Mario football game.
I know one of the kids wanted a Switch, so it'd be nice to get a one for birthday. Good news, guys. I'm moving next week. I might have to miss Wednesday. That's all good, Sassy. You have a good time moving. Good luck with it, and get your Christmas tree up as soon as you can.
My heart goes out to you for moving. It's one of the most stressful things anyone can do. I've said to the wife, next time we move, we're staying. Like I ain't moving. I'm moving again.
It's stressful, man.
So good luck to you on moving.
Dude, Becky and the kids are going to be moving 400 miles away as Ricky starts lifting Angelo Parker up on his back, but the
got a bit scrappy,
but the poke to the eyes. There's a spear. There's a spear.
1, 2, 3. I'm glad that went to a finish early because that was
a bit sloppy.
I only say sloppy, but scrappy.
Mm-hmm. As Daddy Mac coming in.
It just wasn't happening for them.
Roll up.
Well, it happens at times. Do you know what I mean? It's not a indictment of the performers in the ring. It's just
Jake Hager coming out of the. Oh no, it's not Daniel Garcia. Dude, it seems a bit pointless, man. It's just like I mean, maybe this will be better, but the first two just absolutely buried them guys, right?
No. I know. I mean, it was what it was. I don't know if I'd say it's buried them, but it was what One was the schoolboy roll up. The other one was a short match between a guy that's one half of a prelim tag team, and the other is a guy that was fighting for the world championship.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that sadly, they didn't have a long time, and they tried to do too much. I don't know, whatever it was, that when those two were in the ring, it just didn't gel.
Well, they don't have enough time because they're doing this on Dynamite. This feels like something you should spend an hour on Rampage and make it a special week one week, Like, if you're gonna do this story, like give it the time it deserves. WWE have done it before with gauntlet matches where they've gone an hour and they've been great.
A gauntlet is supposed to be drama.
Yeah, there's no drama in that first part.
There wasn't really any drama because he just ran through. So it was more like he was just considerably better than the first guy. Yeah, outsmarted the second guy, and now we've got the real match, which is Garcia and Ricky Starks, which is. But it's a little bit of garnish to Garcia, so I'm not gonna loathe on them. It's just a little bit of garnish to getting Garcia and Starks. It's just want to make sure that Starks doesn't sound like being in a big war or anything. Do you know what I mean? Because he hasn't been. Which I imagine on that story.
Oh, Sammy Guevara's looking buff. Let's carry on going through your well, go on then, plug it in. Yeah, man. We will miss you if you're not here next week, Sassy, but I hope you love your new home. Yeah, get your Christmas tree up as soon as possible, Sassy. Takeshita, Blackpool Combat Club bound, says Sassy. Nice, fingers crossed. Wow, 2000 is a pretty late release for the Nintendo 64, said Words. It is pretty late. I remember playing it in 98 a lot more. This is where you discover that No Mercy was pre. When was No Mercy? No Mercy was before 2000. I'm going to carry on. New apartment with a great roommate will be great for my budget. Nice, Sassy. Well, I hope your roommate doesn't mind the Give Me All Year Wrestling podcast.
2000 as well.
It's what, sorry?
2000.
Both 2000, right?
Well, okay. Like I said, No Mercy is basically Virtual Pro Wrestling 2 reskinned.
Right.
And then some cartridges had the blood taken out as well.
Yeah.
This one's got it in.
Has it? You got a special one? DDT there from Garcia.
It does mean, though, that it crashes on certain elements because the early versions, which is what I've got there, featured blood, but it would crash at times randomly. Right. And then they fixed it, but they took the blood out. And you could send the cartridge in to get the fixed version without that bug in it. But when you got it back, you'd no longer have any blood in it.
Wow. Interesting, man. So I'm guessing the blood version's worth more now because it'll be rarer.
Yeah, I mean, I've never looked at I've never actually looked at the value of it, but I would imagine so. Yeah.
Cool. New apartment with a great roommate would be great. Great promo, Dan the Wizard. Sassy loving the new section of the show. Dan. Of course she is. Blood, says Sassy. Absolutely. Blood on his hands. Words of wisdom from the wizard from Eve. Pro Wrestling Wizard. FCC, fine. I wonder if this story is real. No, it wasn't real.
No.
There might be parts of it that he's because he delivered it so believably, and maybe that's why Michael's asking that, which I think is good. Incredible promo, insane, said Dex. It was fantastic. Okay, is MJF doing a CM Punk impression? Maybe so, man. Maybe so. Confirmation, scoundrel. MJF may have to pay someone to injure him, to injure Danielson. Maybe so, man. Maybe they'll have a race on a racetrack, and they can trash talk each other while someone else is driving the car. Starks going under and over, going for the spear, but instead getting a guillotine locked in. Nice. Have I missed much in High Sassy, says Richard. Welcome, brother. You've missed a cracking match, MJF and Takeshita. Jamie Hayter and the Bunny, very good as well. Starks and Garcia has been decent. Hi, Richard. MJF women did promo. Yeah, the promo is worth watching as well. He'll beat the Bunny. He'll promo from Storm and Saraya. Yeah. Powerbomb counter from Garcia. From Starks, excuse me. Thanks, Hun, said Richard. You're welcome. Did you guys hear Impact and New Japan Pro Wrestling doing a pay-per-view together? I didn't. Damn.
Yeah, it's got an interesting title. Can't think where it came from.
Forbidden Door. The Impact Forbidden Door.
No. It's the multiverse of matches.
Dude, stealing your gimmicks. Did you get copyright on that?
Mate, they're not the only ones. A couple of girls have contacted me saying, since you've done that, this place are now saying they want to do... Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Starks going up to the top with Garcia, ready to deliver a suplex. And there we go. Superplex and rolling through. But Starks able to counter it into a Rochambeau. Was it a Rochambeau?
I missed it because I'd done a message.
You tease. Yes, Sassy. Seems like Forbidden Doors are being open these days. They absolutely are.
I mean, it's not. Here's the thing, right? Impact and New Japan
have worked
on
together
the same
for years.
Channel.
Yeah.
So it's not. I don't believe that that's a forbidden door at all.
No, I mean Impact have done great work with New Japan over the years as well. Like,
yeah, I was going to say this isn't a new thing with Impact in New Japan. This has gone on for. I mean, Hiroshi Tanahashi was in New Japan long before he became the Hiroshi Tanahashi. In Impact, long before he became who we know. Okada was Samoa Joe's lackey that was dressed up as flipping Tonto from the Lone Ranger, or during the Russo era of TNA. Like this isn't. This isn't new. I think people are jumping on this. Nice. I think people are, jump and you know what? Fair play. You want to get excited and what? No, I'm not going to hold that against anyone. But
oh, who just attacked Starks? It was a Judas effect. A Judas effect. Some mass fan just attacked him with a Judas effect. The guy next to him just looks shocked. That's great. He's going to get the win here. Oh, no. Ricky Starks losing as the fan enters the ring and doesn't get taken out by security. Guys, 88% of you thought Starks was winning that. 88% of you. The crowd is shocked. The crowd is shocked that it was Chris Jericho. Mind you, maybe they didn't see the
crowd
Judas
was shocked
effect.
in the slightest there, personally.
Say again. Yeah, man. Seems like Forbidden Doors are opening all over. Good to see indies and majors working together. Yes, and you've got WWE and Booker T's promotion as well, doing stuff together, and we'll see. WWE are listening. I mean, it would be great for all companies if they worked more together. And
I mean, my thoughts. I think there should be, it would be better if it was possible to do trades. To
do trades, yeah.
Legit, because I also think it would keep the talent fresher.
Yeah,
genuinely.
Yeah.
I don't think it's good for talent to be in the same promotion forever, because you're just going to get
stagnant.
Yeah. Get in front of work in a different place, work with new people, work with new creative. reinvent yourself a little bit, and then come back fresh to the other place. You know,
this match was pointless. Sorry, Dan. This match was pointless, says Michael. Kind of, yeah. I mean, it's built up to give you Starks and Jericho, but so it's not pointless in terms of getting to that moment, but it did feel a bit laborious, and I don't think the Garcia and Starks, like, they were all right, but it wasn't the best I've seen out of both of them.
Yeah. So what do you think with regards to Acclaimed and the Guns, which is the main event? Do you see a turn happening?
Is that the main event today?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Billy Gunn's just going to go with the Gun Club, isn't he? That's going to be the talking point.
Thing is, it's like they're giving up a lot of merchandise and stuff there. If you know, it's true that they're the top-selling merch act. The Scissor Me Daddy Ass is so popular.
Yeah, maybe so. We'll see. Rouge versus Bryan Danielson next.
It just feels so WWE to do that. Do you know what I mean? Like, which I don't like. I don't want my wrestling to feel like. I don't want the other product. I had this chat. I had a meeting with. Funny enough, I had a meeting with Equity today, and we were talking. You know, then obviously we spoke about like wrestling that like they used to watch, and they said that they used to watch New Japan a lot, but when New Japan started trying to be more like American wrestling with all the DQs and outside interference and everything, they quit because that's what they weren't watching it. They already had that. They didn't want to watch more of that. No. And yeah, and I'm kind of like the same way. I stopped watching New Japan when that happened as well, except for the odd big match, you know, here and there. And I don't want that from AEW. I already have WWE doing WWE stuff. I don't need AEW to do WWE stuff. You know, the reason I don't book Eve really like WWE. I book Eve completely. Like, when's the last time you see DQs, countouts, and shit like that? You know what I mean?
No,
like,
you don't. And there's a reason for that, because it's the frustrating part of WWE.
Yeah, it's just they rely on it too much. You know,
way too much. Yeah.
There is a lot of bullshit attached, and there's just too much. You know,
weekly TV.
Here's the
as well,
thing, right?
It?
For every you know, like everyone goes on about, you know, how great this Bloodline feud is, and when people are like, when's the last time we had a feud that, you know, this good, or a story that's good? No one can really think of anything like that good. It's maybe going back to like the Mega Powers, perhaps in 1988, 89.
Nah.
But
I think people just that's just going on the bandwagon of the time. I can name a couple in WWE. Jericho and Owens. That was a great feud, like with some cracking moments in it.
Nothing like this Bloodline Sammy thing, man.
I thought it was great. The
other thing, this Bloodline Sammy thing has gone on for
Gargano
and it's been so many twists and turns, and Kevin Owens
and Ciampa.
Kevin Owens and what's his face, Jericho was a fun feud. But it didn't have the level of engagement and the soap opera aspects of, you know, like this Bloodline feud is, and the organic aspect as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know,
but we don't know how the Bloodline feud's going to end yet. And part of the thing that because everyone thought that should have been for the belt and stuff like that, because that was a big part of that feud. And it was instead put on Goldberg and Brock that year, wasn't it? Which absolutely didn't need a belt. But anyway, point is, they put blood on the top of Takeshita's thing. Anyway, just like the blood department is just having fun today. Oh. The door's been locked.
Well, good news is it was locked on television, so someone knows that, and they'll be able to go and open it for them.
No, mate. This is being the Elite next week. It's going to be the escape of Danielson and Takeshita with Renee Young. Who's going to eat each other first? Do you think they're going to be locked in this room for a week, Dan?
Yes. I think even the janitors are going to be like, no, if it's locked, we can't open it. bit like when you go to the supermarket and they haven't got something there, and so you just ask someone, "Hey, have you got any of this out back?" And like, you know, they don't really want to look for it, so they just go, "Nah."
So who was in that room, Dan? We had the medical. We had the medical guy. We had Renee Paquette. We had Takeshita and Danielson.
I think we only
There's a
saw
soap opera there, man. Is Renee going to try and interview people? Who's going to eat each other first? You know, these are all questions I want answered. Are we getting a count out win here? Oh, MJF's coming out. Yeah, we're getting a count out win here.
He looks like such a prick. It's great. What a great outfit. He couldn't look more like an absolute pillock.
Oh, I've just seen it. Yeah, that is awful.
Hassan wants a vote. Give Hassan the vote.
I don't think there is a vote, Hassan, because I don't think we're getting a match, my friend.
There still is something. Well, you know, I give the vote because someone's going to win one way or another.
Here you go, Hassan. Your vote is coming up. Oh, putting it on Aubrey. I agree, Mike. Agree. Billy Gunn is definitely going to turn on them. Yes, it might do. Billy better not swerve us. The Nightmare has returned. Welcome, Ultimate Nightmare. How you doing, brother? Nice to see you. Hey, Sassy, how's life? Life is good, brother. I'm going to go to bed. It's been super busy. Night, Michael. Love you, dude. Bye, Mox Buddy. Get some rest. Hey, Dan, what about the NWO at the peak of WCW? I don't know what that was in reference to. Do you know, Dan?
No, I don't. But if you want to,
sorry, Todd,
give us the details what you're referring to, then I'll happily, happily answer.
Aubrey is ringing the bell. To a 10 count, baby. Danielson trying to get out of the room. He's broken through the door. He's broken through the door. Takeshita just attacking someone. I don't know why. Faster, you bum, he says to Aubrey Edwards. Oh, Aubrey counting slow intentionally, allowing Danielson time to get into the ring from the escape room. Good Nightmare and you. Good night, Michael. I'm doing great, actually. I'm working on health notes. Nice, man. Danielson's in the ring. The match has already started. Can I get a vote? Well, we better do a new vote because Danielson got out of the room. MJF is heading over to the commentary team as Rouge delivering a drop kick to Danielson and then taking a bow for the crowd. What a prick. What a prick. Hassan, the greatest babyface of Give Me a Hug. Yeah, absolutely. Hassan is the greatest babyface. That was Rouge's faction outside the door. Thank you, Dex, man. Thank you, man. Because we've never seen them on TV. I just didn't know who it was. I will get you a new vote up, my friend Hassan. Sounds like my stream keeps jumping a bit. Cool. There you go, guys. Vote in the poll. Let me know who you think is going to win. Cool. Rouge with the chops onto Danielson. Thank you all so much for joining us, man. I really appreciate it. And thank you to Dan for joining us as well. Sunday match.
He's offered so much so far, hasn't he?
No, you absolutely have, man. I can see that you're busy. You're working on something. He's making magic for us, guys. We've got Revolution coming up in a month's time. Hopefully, I'll be able to cover it. Hopefully, I won't be working that night. We will see. And I'm very excited for it. Big boot there from Danielson to Rouge. A German from Rouge, and then the kick, the knee from Rouge onto Danielson. There are two Dans, lol. There is two Dans. This is Dan Reed, the promoter of Pro Wrestling Eve. Works with all your current favorite wrestlers, female wrestlers, and male wrestlers as well. He's worked with them along several promotions, part of Ring of Honor at one point as well, and several other promotions. Incredible. And 6'2". 6'2".
6'2" and 20
stone. 20 stone. Which is 300 pounds? 280 pounds. Yeah. There we go. 280 pounds. Oh, massive kick to Danielson. Mate, it looks like he knocked his hair off. Jeez.
Another little Orange Cassidy fan there, man. You always see kids dressed as Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy, I said on the stream last night, Orange Cassidy is a character that most wrestling promoters don't know what to do with. Because of age, they don't realize that Orange Cassidy is a character that kids would love. And kids do love, man.
Yeah. Oh, Danielson is bleeding after that attack on the chair. Oh, it's a deep cut as well. I don't let the blood. Why does he do that? I hate that, Dan. Do you enjoy the licking of blood?
Not particularly.
I hate it in wrestling. I don't want to see it.
Here's the thing, right? A lot of people make that mistake of thinking that blood is banned in WWE because of violence or the PG aspect. It's not. It's because of blood diseases.
It's because of what? Sorry, blood diseases.
Blood diseases.
Yeah.
That's why. That's why they don't allow gigging anymore.
No,
because they don't want to risk blood diseases. It's really that, and that's what it comes down to. Especially after it really comes down to the moment where Bob Orton Sr. bled all over The Undertaker in an angle on SmackDown. And of course, Bob Orton had hepatitis.
There we go.
I mean, that's where it all stems from.
I have no problem with blood and wrestling. I just think if you're going to have blood, you've got to have the correct checks in place to be able to monitor and to make sure that people are kept as safe as they can be. And eating blood is less dangerous than blood-on-blood contact because licking of blood doesn't necessarily it goes through your stomach as opposed to straight into your blood system. However, it's still not good. It's still a risk. It just seems like a risk that's not worth it. There are two Dans. Hey, everyone, be sure to hit the like button as well. It really helps us out, guys. Thank you, Todd. Appreciate that, man. One step ahead of you, Todd. You're a star, Ultimate Nightmare. Love MJF and Shivani's interactions. Mate, I do as well. As blood is all over the camera from Danielson being taken out by that Hurricanrana off the apron. Really nice stuff. Sassy's got the blood emoji. You can have the blood emoji by becoming a member. Check it out in the description if it's something you're interested in. I need Mox to go after the title again. It could happen. Blood alert. Me too. But first, a vacation. Mox needs to go fishing. Personally, I don't care who is champion. Mox will always carry AEW for me, says the Ultimate Nightmare. He's been incredible. He's been an incredible performer. I didn't realize that Moxley would be as entertaining as he has been when he first joined AEW and even during his first title run. I didn't realize what an incredible part of the weekly programming he would eventually end up becoming and is now. So I didn't really enjoy Dean Ambrose that much in WWE. I thought it was Danielson looking a mess on the outside. The Shield is carrying all of wrestling. Lol, says the Ultimate Nightmare. All very talented. 4 cracking singles guys, you know? Well, Rouge just sort of fell off the turnbuckle there. Welcome, Norma. How are you doing, man? Roman is carrying SmackDown. Seth is carrying Raw. John is carrying AEW, says the Ultimate Nightmare. Interesting thoughts, man. Interesting thoughts. Is everything good, Dan?
Yeah, I'm going to forward you something, right? Don't say it on stream.
Oh, what on me thingy?
What's that?
And Rouge being able to take the advantage of that early start that MJF give him.
You see it? Oh yeah, I just said reply. Yeah.
In American Pro Basketball, the slightest bit of blood and a player shuts down the game until it's dealt with. Really, right? Cool.
Yeah, it's not blood ain't something you fuck with. Genuinely.
No. True, Norma, true.
Why wouldn't we do the bull's horns?
Why what? Sorry?
Is the bull's horns is the bull horns his finish?
I don't know. Why did you
is that the running knees in the corner?
They're talking about the bulls and the horns with MJF, so I'd assume so. Yeah, I think you're a little ahead of me. In fact, I'm going to click live because I think I've gone well behind. I feel like it's paused a few times tonight. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it has paused, but mine stopped fully at one point. I had to restart.
Right. Danielson.
And I keep getting the buffering screen, and here's the thing. I've got 950 megabytes download. So it ain't on my side.
Yeah. Danielson trying to get him into the label lock. And got his arm cinched in. He's got his arm cinched free. You're right, the knees to the corner of the bull's horns. Well, again, I mean, Dan makes a good point. Like, why wouldn't you go for it?
Why would you? He was going to do his finishing move that could help him win the match, but instead, I've never understood that.
Yeah. There we go. Danielson going for the run and Rouge walking it off. Danielson unable to attack and going over the top and smacking into Rouge, sending him down, able to catch him.
On the camera.
Mate, there's been blood splatter on all the cameras, I think. Yeah. That was from earlier. It's a good shot. Interesting how the zoom in gets rid of the blood. Massive knee to the face. Boot to the face, I guess. Danielson's got his bloody pants on. Bloody pants mean a bloody match. Here we go. Danielson going up to the top rope. Rouge has got to his feet. Danielson with a massive drop kick and Rouge jumping into it. Good job by Rouge there, man. I would say Cody is carrying Raw, but that just ain't true. I don't know. He's only just come back, though, hasn't he? So I guess we have to wait and see. I think he might do it in a couple of months' time. This is awesome chants from the crowd. It has been good. It has been a good match. I was more engaged in the Takeshita match. I think the problem with this match is the sort of stipulation that it's going for. We're just sort of seeing these Danielson go through the 5 ways. Oh, what's up?
No, I've had to scroll back a bit to look at something.
Right. And Danielson with the chops onto Rouge. Rouge firing him back. Rouge does that spot all the time. Makes no sense. Especially when the first time I saw him, he squashed Dalton Castle in seconds with it at MSG. Makes no sense, man. You're right, Dex, man. And Dan's absolutely right on it. It makes no sense. It's like the heel playing to the crowd, but the heel should be trying to win. MJF looking like he's in labor now with them sweatpants on. Yeah, man. Proper 80s outfit, that. There is one match that I want to see that isn't on Hollywood WrestleMania. Go on, tell us what that match is, Ultimate Nightmare.
I've just forwarded you something out.
Thanks, man. Massive step on from Danielson as Danielson goes for the running boots. And another one in the corner. Drop kicks to Rouge's face, all in the corner. And the sound's gone. Have you lost the sound?
No, I've still got sound.
Pile driver.
I think you're ahead of me. You are. You're ahead of me.
Oh, sorry. I can pause.
That's not your fault.
MJF looking angry.
Yeah, okay. We're at the same space now.
Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul. I think that's what we are going to get at Mania Ultimate Nightmare. So, Logan Paul got out Seth Rollins at Royal Rumble, which kind of puts them on a path for something, I believe. That could be good. I think it could be good. I think it could be fun. I think it's the right person for Logan Paul to work with as well. And Seth's great. Seth's great. Boots there from Rouge. Oh, and Rouge able to kick out of Danielson's attempted pin.
You don't see that often.
No, man. Logan eliminated Rollins, and Rollins ain't losing to a YouTuber like that. I think he would. Yeah, he would. Rollins could absolutely lose to him. It could be a good win for Rollins as well. Plus, Logan has been buzzing with Roman match, Ricochet, Royal Rumble, Logan falling through the announcer's table. Yeah, man, I think Logan would happily lose to Seth, and Seth the same way. Knee to the face of Danielson. Sorry, elbows. I'm off my game tonight. I'm tired. Plus, Logan and Seth are two of the most watchable superstars of today. Yes, they're very, very talented. Hey, Dan, what do you think of Logan Paul, the wrestler? Dan, what do you think of Logan Paul?
I think a lot of Logan Paul, the athlete and the performer.
Yeah, I think he's every time he's been put into a match, he's worked hard.
It's one of those things. He is being a wrestler, but I kind of feel like I don't know. I think I just need to see a couple more things before it's like, okay, he's got this down. You know what it is? That Seth match will be it.
Well, there we go. But the thing is,
like the Miz, this is a really good match.
Good, love the headbutts.
You know, the Miz tags. You know, he looked good. The Roman Reigns match was tremendous. It was very smoke and mirrors, but that's okay.
Yeah,
it's not a bad thing.
Probably the best match of Roman Reigns from last year.
The spot at the Rumble was incredible. Incredible visual.
Danielson gets the win with a Bo Psycho knee. Nice. Sorry, yeah, it was a cracking visual, Dan. I agree. Carry on with your thought, man. I don't like celebrities taking spots that wrestlers could have. I think, but Logan Paul's done a lot of work, hasn't he? And he has actually entertained. Have Logan win against Rollins at Mania so it becomes a long-term feud. I don't think you need a long-term feud with that. I think it's a what's the word? A spectacle match. That's what it is. Cool. And MJF getting into the ring now as Danielson, a bloody mess after a hard-fought match. And MJF with that ring again. MJF with a ring for the second time in one night. MJF feels like, I'm not saying his reign has been great, but this show is what MJF should have been. It feels like they've done a really good job of building MJF tonight, which I don't feel like they've done a great job of previously. MJF just attacking all of security with that ring. Locking in the salt of the earth again, ripping his arm off. MJF back to the drawing board, lol. Security trying to pull off MJF, but he's not. He's locked in that arm of Danielson. Great visuals here. If Logan and Seth have an interaction, I don't necessarily want a two-match feud. I don't think you'll get much more than Logan at the minute because he just seems to be doing big. But he's a spectacle. He's an attraction. He gets he's getting his YouTube audience to watch wrestling. If him and Seth Rollins have a cracking match, if that engages new people into watching wrestling, I think that's great. I think that's wonderful. And there's, Logan Paul, like he's doing a good job in terms of like for us wrestlers, fans. He's for wrestling fans. He's putting on entertaining matches. Like, what more can we ask for, really? He's not just coming in and taking a payday and calling it in. I think Logan Paul is one of the best things for wrestling right now, to be honest with you. I want that feud to go on like a good month or two. Well, it'll go on from now till Mania, probably, I'd assume. I have such a love-hate relationship with Rouge. I guess that's a good thing. It was a cracking match. A very good match. Hard fought. Both men. We've had some good matches tonight, Dan. Cool. I'm going to tell my story. Here's my boring story. This is me telling a boring story to keep you all entertained. I entered a raffle the other day. I had to pick a number between 1 and 500. Sorry,
I'm talking to myself. Apologies.
That's all right.
I'll put myself on mute because otherwise you'll hear stuff.
That's all good, mate. I entered a raffle the other day and I had to pick a number between 1 and 500. And on the comments on Facebook, people had picked numbers, and I read through them numbers. And after so many numbers, the poster put the closest figure so far to that number is 6 away. And then there was a lot more number guesses after that. And then there was another post saying, oh, someone's only got 2 away. So I wrote down all the numbers between 6 and 2. I took them numbers and then I subtracted 1 and subtracted 2 and plus 2 onto each of them numbers. And then I subtracted and plus 6 onto both of those numbers and then compared the original 2 to see them 2 sections to see if the numbers correlated in 2. That got me to around 12 numbers. So I turned my odds from 500 to 1 to about 12 to 1. I then went through all them numbers again to see if any of the numbers were less than 6 within any of those numbers. And there were a couple that were, which meant they was eliminated, leaving me with 4 to 1. I ended up winning the bloody thing, didn't I? I ended up winning the bloody thing. Go on, maths. You can call me Waterboy, all right? How about that? Dex, I do too, says Sassy. Logan needs to improve his mic skills, though. I don't know. I've not really seen much of his mic skills. He seems to be hated at the minute, which he's started going face, isn't he? But like the crowd want to boo him. He's a booable character, I think. Who are these two? Oh, it's Impractical Jokers. So they're I quite enjoy Impractical Jokers. We've got 2 of the guys, Hugh and Merv, on AEW. I know one of the celebrity appearances. What the hell? Found Floyd the Bat. Oh, Chris Jericho put him in an ice bath on Practical Jokers. He wants a loofah scented candle talking about Jericho. Obviously just co-promotion here. They're going to loosen up Jericho. Okay, they've stolen Jericho's bat. Chris Jericho is going to be on Impractical Jokers tomorrow. I mean, I get why they're doing it, but God, I'm not interested in it. Logan Paul could be a top-tier heel. He will be, man. I think he will be once, but at the minute, he just wants to be face. People love to hate him, and the entertainer in him is all for it. The fact he can go in the ring and be in this green is crazy, though. It certainly is, Storm. It certainly is. Top Flight and AR Fox coming out right now. We have Top Flight versus the Elite happening right now. Top Flight and AR Fox versus the Elite. Let's go. Should be a cracking match. I can tell you that for sure. Incredible teams, man. Let's go. Let's get a poll up for you guys. My wayward son. Here we go. The Elite coming out right now. Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. No. Love this song, man. There we go, guys. A poll is up. Make sure to go and vote right now. Congratulations, Han. Mate, it's a really boring story that I'm telling everyone because I'm really freaking proud of myself. I'm really proud of myself. Hi, Storm. Congrats. Thanks, Sassy. It's really cool. Is that what I've got as well? I wish Mox or Danielson would leave. Blackpool Combat Club made a big deal about them being a tag team and can't remember the last time they did. Much rather see them fight each other. Ooh, interesting. I guess we got to see what they're going to do after this MJF feud. Let's go, Elite, says the Ultimate Nightmare. Indeed, man. The Elite rock. The Elite all day, every day. Certainly is. It's and look at them with the color chase in the audience. That's quite smooth, actually, considering the lighting rig's quite far away. Yo, nice, lol. Congratulations, man. Like maths, right? And let me show you the working out because this is really sad. And here we go. So I didn't use a computer or anything. I used paper. I am so sad. Check all them out. Numbers. Plus or minus 2, plus 6. Mate, so sad. Took me hours. But you can use math to help you. So do well at school, kids. Dante Martin getting into the ring, facing off against the Young Bucks right now. Nick Jackson being the person that the Elite are putting in the ring first. Wow, I would have done the exact same thing, says the Ultimate Nightmare. I'm going to change my profile picture. Nice, you get it changed, man. Is it going to be a picture of my face? My face on your profile? How about that? Nick Jackson there with the arm drag going down, and Dante Martin flipping over the top, scooting over him, sending him into the ropes. No, it's Dante Martin that hits the ropes, and mate, backflip off Nick Jackson, followed by a drop kick. I love it when people do a backflip using the body of someone. What strength it is to like support that in the other person. So many variables that can go wrong there. So many variables that can go wrong. Oh, drop toe hold, sending Matt Jackson onto Nick Jackson as AR Fox with the senton over the top ropes. But Omega's coming in, and AR Fox with a drop kick to Kenny Omega. AR Fox just took out Kenny Omega. There we go. Is everything all right, Dan? Is he froze? I can make you my profile pitch if you smile for a sec. Okay, give me a second. How's that? Was that a good smile for you? Watch Samoa Joe and Will Ospreay with Renee, both amazing podcasts. Loved Will's honesty about mental health diagnosis. Yes, Will talks about his ADHD on that podcast. Yeah, our last has ADHD as well. Mate, it's yeah, absolutely. It should be talked about more because it's something that a lot of people are discovering a lot more. The Wizard isn't frozen. The Wizard is just deep in thought. Deep in thought is Dan right now. And if he is talking, he needs to remember he is probably still muted. But it's all cool. He is still muted. It's all cool. He's sorting stuff out. It's nice to have him with us anyway. Even if it does look like he's just looking at my crotch, but I'm fine with that, man. I think that sort of support is exactly what's needed. Got it, lol. Good for you, Ultimate Nightmare. We're going to see a new profile picture. The Wizard is frozen. He's not. He's ready to rock. Kenny Omega now against Darius Martin. God damn, Kenny Omega's great. Going them sideburns back by the look of it as well. Hilarious crotch line. Thanks, Joey. Hit him with everything I've got. Oh, guys, like, let me sell something to you, right? The Ant versus Dom podcast that me and Dom have loved doing. There's only 3 people that have written and voted. 2 of those have voted for me. But let's secure the win right now. If you can all go onto that video, vote for me or vote for Dom if you think his ideas are better. But do that later tonight because we're loving doing that, and it's really good engagement, and it's getting different eyes on they get a lot of subscribers because it's different eyes on the content. So it's only 10 minutes. Watch it when you get a second and enjoy it. We just argue. We just have an argument. Nick Jackson there with arm drag and breaking the back of his arms and controlling Darius Martin with his arm as he tries to go for the tag, but he can't. Matt Jackson instead getting in the ring on the top rope and stomping on that arm, really controlling the arm of Darius Martin right there. I mean, it's the banter between the Top Flight and the Bucks that started in their last tag match. Top Flight are getting personality. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Ultimate Nightmare with his new profile picture. It's me, everyone. This profile picture is too good. Nice, dude. Nice. Welcome. Spread my face over the internet. How are you doing, Dan? Are you enjoying this?
So I haven't seen any of it.
You haven't seen any of it. Is everything good, man?
Yeah.
Good. And Darius going for the pin, but Matt able to get a lariat to put him down again. That supernatural thing last night was fantastic. Glad you had a good time, Todd. We're trying different things on the channel, doing different chats. We had a lot of fun, didn't we, Dan?
Yeah, no, we did. Well, we ended up speaking for another 2 hours afterwards. 3 actually. Me and you went for nearly like 3 hours after.
Mate, I was really drunk as well by the end of that chat.
I know. That's why we all saw your cock.
That's why what?
That's why we all saw your cock last night.
Way! Anthony's had a drink and gets his cock out.
Yeah,
that wasn't actually my cock, by the way.
I will say I love the fact that AR Fox and Top Flight have all coordinated their gear. They look like a unit. That's what you want.
Yeah, man, especially with the trios division as well.
Yeah,
it's good. Maybe these will be contenders in the future for the titles.
Well,
obviously they are now. But...
we know this all stemming from Top Flight getting that tag team win, and I mean this has been bubbling for a while.
It does feel like they need to build up to the pay-per-view a little more, though.
Yeah, well, they were guilty of this the last time. If you believe that it's something to, that it's wrong, which I'm not a fan of announcing pay-per-views at the last moment, personally.
No, man, no.
I think one of the joys when you've only got like 4 or 5 pay-per-views is the fact that you can build to it for so long.
Absolutely, man. I agree completely. They should do.
Yeah, it's. I'm not so. Yeah, it is what it is.
Matt Jackson getting Darius. Darius has been in this match a long time, man.
Oh, good. He needs it because he spent so much time injured. He needs that, he needs that in-ring time. He needs that in-ring TV time. Yeah.
Put him over. And this is a good spot to do it.
People make a mistake with wrestling, right? Especially people think when they're watching wrestling, they're watching the finished product. You're rarely watching the finished product. You're usually so much of wrestling is on the job training, and there are some things you can only do on the job, training for, and that is on the job. And working to a live television, you can simulate it, but it's not the same. Working to a live television audience is one of those. And when you've been off as long, him being in that position, it's going to be good for him. A little hesitant on a step there is what it is. Not going to hold that against him.
Top flip and a roll through. Nice. Kenny Omega with a kick to AR Fox, though. Stopping that momentum. No, he's not. AR Fox has still got it with a shoulder. Or with an elbow, excuse me. And the cutter. The roll through in the cutter.
Just the fluidity of what we're seeing here is beautiful.
Mate, AR Fox is so good.
Yeah, he is. I mean, I've seen him. The first time I saw him was
Oh,
many years ago in CZW.
Oh. mate,
he's got more cutters than a compilation. This guy, I tell you.
But what he's got, man, is he's got the transitions down, and it's super impressive.
Between, yeah, it's lovely.
Like the drop kick into the roll, then into the cutter, and obviously when you're working with people like the Young Bucks and the Elite, you can pretty much guarantee they're going to be ready for that next spot, that next position, and the confidence in having that as the performer must be a great thing to have.
This is like a compilation of AR Fox stuff. Holy hell!
Yeah,
like a best of.
Going into the top rope and a beautiful senton, Atomico. I like Top Flight getting a push. More
it's like the greatest hits there. You know, if you're the type of person that searches for top 10 moves you just need to watch AR Fox's hot tag in this match, and you've got it right there. It's just a whole bunch of his best offense.
Yeah, it was great. It was absolutely wonderful. You've got so much TV time, mate, and he's got himself over with it.
It's it's all about maximize your minutes.
Of course it is,
the most of them. Beautiful.
Oh, God. Nice. And both men down. Unbelievably down as well, Dan.
I think it's a little bit of overselling off of that from AR Fox, personally. But, personal preferences are what they are.
They certainly are. I'm going to rate this profile picture like 1,000,000 out of 10.
Oh,
nice. Thank you. It is a good profile picture, mate. A really good profile picture. Beautiful. Head to the takedown from Dante Martin.
Man, this second half of this match, or final third, has just been.
Well, they're just amazing, aren't they? I mean, the way they put these matches together are just amazing. March the 5th, says Sassy. Yes, it is March the 5th. Hopefully, we'll be covering it, Joey.
What's March the 5th?
Revolution.
Well, you know what March the 8th is?
Oh, go on.
March the 8th. Oh,
I don't know who was getting pinned there, but that was beautiful, Matt Jackson.
Yeah, they all kicked out.
They all kicked out. It's easier when you got your friends.
Whoever was in the rolling prawn hold there, the variation of the O'Connor clutch.
Yeah. Using the foot of
honestly, this match is so much fun. It's this kind of stuff that got me into Dragon Gate, which is where I first found the Young Bucks back in the late parts of the first decade of 2000s. Right, this is so much fun. I mean, I've always loved. I've been a fan of this kind of style. So,
whoa! A forward senton, a forward diving senton. What the hell was that?
It was going backwards.
Going backwards, brilliant. Nick Jackson on the top of Darius as Dante Martin takes flight. They've got their finisher. The crowd are behind him. AR Fox.
No, 450.
450. Splash.
Interrupt that.
And an instruction from Kenny Omega. But the crowd are behind it, Dan.
Mate, great match.
AR Fox dives with zero effort. It's like he's barely trying to jump into orbit. It's beautiful.
His dive is outstanding. Absolutely. His dive also looks like he is actually trying to land on them as well. Nice catch. Give me this match again.
Oh, Snapdragon off the top rope.
I'll take this match again.
Never seen that again. Dante Martin with a massive clothesline, springboard clothesline, putting down Omega. And the arm drag from Nick Jackson off the top rope, going to Darius, who kicks him back to deliver a flatliner. Super kick. Matt Jackson going over the top. Sliced bread. And Enziguri from AR Fox. Oh, the Elite stalking AR Fox, sending him onto the ropes, and there he is, set up in the pile driver position, using Kenny Omega to deliver the Meltzer driver. Is that going to be the... No, Top Flight are able to get it. Why did the Elite disappear, though? Oh, come on. Thanks, Sassy. 10 out of 10 this match. It's so good. And the great thing about it is it's completely different, but still great. We've seen some wonderful matches. And this is completely different to all of them other matches, which makes it really engaging for me. We need a best of 7 with these guys.
Tell me about
it. Mate, V-Trigger avoided by AR Fox. Kick out. And there's a V-Trigger. Gut wrench suplex from Kenny Omega. AR Fox kicks out of it. What? Kenny Omega's not done with him yet, though, with a knee. There's a V-Trigger. This of AR Fox gets him set up for the one-winged angel. Oh! AR Fox rolls through. Oh! He misses the clothesline. Oh! Kenny Omega keeps rolling through.
That was the
tree. And I love the ending as well. It's like he just couldn't get that squirmy son of a gun.
No one lost in that one.
What a match.
Beautiful. Great match. There won't be a better match on telly this week.
The cat.
Great match. Great
Incredible. Match. Incredible. What's the main event in? It's the tag match, isn't it? I'm just going to go to the toilet quickly before this tag match starts. Dan, are you happy taking over for a second?
Yeah. Absolutely. I can carry on.
Rock and roll. See you all in a second. Thanks, Dan.
On screen right now, we're building for, we're hyping up this week's Rampage, and we've got a compilation of Hook going on right now. Who's Hook going to be facing against? It's just a big Hook. There's just a Hook compilation. And we've got Malcolm Bivens on camera right now. Okay. Oh, here comes Hook. But Bivens is talking trash, and Hook is coming up behind him. Oh, that wasn't believable. I don't know who this girl is. There we go. Blackpool Combat Club versus Kip Sabian, the Butcher, and the Blade on Rampage. Jack Perry in action. Ruby Soho versus Marina Shafir. Mark Briscoe is on Rampage with a promo. More matches to be announced on social media. Really? You need more matches on Dynamite? Oh, Dynamite matches to be announced Friday on Rampage. Okay. Now, for the Acclaimed versus the Guns to be the main event over that trios match, which, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but that trios match was for the titles, right? Now, for the Acclaimed versus the Guns to be the main event over that title match, that's got to mean that there's a big angle coming from this, right? Because otherwise, why would you put the tag title match after that trios match? Because from an in-ring perspective, with all due respect, and I don't think the individuals involved would, say otherwise, they're not going to be able to follow that in the same way. It's two very different stories, don't get me wrong. So two different types of matches. But, man, that last match was a banger. Audience need a little bit of a rest.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to follow that match. So
no, and they ain't got much time either. But I don't know if they need much time, because I think I'm
standard. This is about standard going into it for the match. Usually the final match, unless You know, usually a final match they go into in about 15 minutes.
But if you're going with a big angle.
But for this match to be going on last, after that, this has got to have an angle attached. It can't not. Doesn't mean that the angle is Billy Gunn turning, but it's got to have something. I mean, the selling point could just be making you think that Billy Gunn is going to turn, and he doesn't. He defends the Acclaimed, and they're still together, you know?
Yeah, you have the tension.
But there still has to be something to follow. You know, they've got to have something up their sleeve to follow that trios match, because that trios match was magic.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. And
saying that, if you are on last, you've got the most chance of having your time cut.
Yeah, and if that match went a little bit long or anything like that. But they did show the promo with Hook prior to them going on. What happened with Hook and Matt Sterling?
Matt Sterling? No, it was Malcolm Bivens.
Oh, Bivens, was it? Sorry.
Literally, as Malcolm Bivens was talking trash about Hook, and Hook came up from behind him and just put him in a little arm lock because he was standing arm lock. Said something to him and walked off, and Bivens was like, "Get medical for me." And whoever the female interviewer was
sounded really stiff. I could hear it on my.
It didn't feel, you know, she was like, "Hooks, don't do that. You can hurt him." So unless that's, you know, she's going to become a character, you know, in which case fair, then it makes sense. But it wasn't the most. She sounded like she was reading from a script.
Right, right. Yeah, more of this, please, says Todd. Amazing, says Sassy. House of Black versus the Elite Bucket. After watching that, I'm happy to carry on watching that. I quite like the idea of another best of 7.
That match was superb.
Like, carry on doing these best of 7s with the Elite.
Give me that match again. You know, give me that match again. That was a great match.
It was a great match.
I mean, the thing about the House of Black versus the Elite, that's the pay-per-view, surely.
Well, yeah, but you've got to start building it, man. And I don't know if it is.
I agree. But the pay-per-view is March the 5th. It's February the 9th. It don't need to, you know, are the House of Black in a program at the moment with anyone?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so you can build. You can start this next week. You can start it on Dynamite next week. That's a 3-week build. That's fine.
Mate, check out his Shawn Michaels-esque gear. That's great. Love it. I love have House of Black versus Top Flight. Winner goes against the Elite titles.
Hold on. We got the wrap. Let's hear it.
Listen.
Well, all the respect for that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Talking about the border wall. Who was the other one? Who did he say at the end?
I can't remember because my brain is still on the fact that he then spoke Spanish and did a rhyme in Spanish, and that was what they popped the loudest for. So I'd love to know what the translation was. If there's anyone in the chat that speaks Spanish, do let us know.
Absolutely, it'd be great to find out.
I'm sure it'll be on the Twitter.
On the Twitter. I have House of Black versus Top Flight. When it goes to Elite for the titles, you could absolutely do that, and that'd be a great way to build that story for sure. Ultimate Nightmare. I love a manager talking big trash and then immediately being a coward. Yeah, man. Mox never gets time off. He doesn't. But you know, he needs to be at the pay-per-view, doesn't he? So, me too, Dex. He's got the night off tonight, by the looks of it. Betrayal, says Sassy. That's what Sassy thinks. Perfect example of Dex's comment. Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is great. And I haven't seen that segment.
What was that about?
Say again.
What was that? Dan's comment?
Dex said,
okay.
Yeah, man, it was about him immediately being a coward after talking trash.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman does that great, doesn't he? Them looks at Paul Heyman. Yeah, Sassy. Can I get a last vote? It is on. Damn, no. Top Flight love. Yeah, man. Top Flight get all the love. They were amazing. Isn't that interview with the daughter of DDP? Is that who it is? I don't know.
No idea.
Big arm drag from Max Caster. The Ass Boys have really come on, Dan.
Oh, they have, absolutely.
Like, it's that thing about working on TV more, isn't it? I think so, says the Ultimate Nightmare. Dex, yes, says Sassy. So it is the interviewer of the daughter of DDP. Interesting. Part of it translated to little balls, I think. Thanks, Dex. Great, man. I'm just trying to charge these up. Oh, God. Bowens and Max Caster with the scissors. Get the scissors in chat. Scissor me, Hulomaniacs. On Rampage, looks like they're pushing Blackpool Combat Club as trios. Is it right? Okay, cool. Cool. It'll be a good match. Yuta, Cesaro, Claudio Castagnoli and Moxley against the Elite. That could be great. That could be great. But it's one of them things. Like, I think we're all a little bit impressed with Top Flight as well and how well they did.
Yeah,
how good they look. So whoever the Elite isn't fighting, put them in a feud with the other team.
Yeah.
Todd Johnson's got the scissor emoji. Thank you for the scissor emojis. There's your scissors, Todd. Richard Smith with a scissor emoji. Scissor me, daddy. I don't even know how old you are, Richard. You might not even be old enough to be my daddy, but you get a daddy scissors. It might be the last time we're able to do that, guys. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, Sassy with multiple scissors. Thank you, Sassy. There's your scissors back, darling. Richard Smith is 42. Richard, you are old enough to be my dad. I am only 12. Thank you, man. Anthony Bowens in the ring. Being sent in now, Max Caster. As Cotton Gun sends him into the corner. Mate, it's hard to follow that match, Dan.
Yeah, it's this match isn't an in-ring style that can follow. This was very much a characters, story-driven match. That last match was pure fireworks, but fireworks so good it caused drama.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's really interesting. It's really interesting that a match can do that, and that's a great storyteller.
It was such a great call, by the way, of yours, noticing that this is the SummerSlam 95 Shawn Michaels gear.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You saw one of the gun. I don't know the other guy. Colton's the one in the ring now, isn't it? And Austin's a taller one.
No, Colton is the taller one.
Oh, Colton is the taller one. Sorry.
Yeah.
Colton came out and he had the what's it called? Oh, I'm no fashion expert. The really short jacket with long sleeves.
Right.
That's above the pecs when he come out as well. What was SummerSlam 95? Was that Razor and Shawn?
That was the second ladder match between Shawn and Razor, where they weren't allowed to use the ladder as a weapon. Which is just, fair play to those boys for doing what they did.
Yeah, man. And then that was a great match as well. They managed to pull it out.
Yeah, considering, like I say, they weren't allowed to use the ladder as a weapon because of just what the rules were at that point.
Yeah. And damn, that first ladder match, man. That
was the superior one. The second one wasn't as good as the first one.
No.
But it was still good.
Oh, I think the first one might be the best ladder match of all time. It's from a psychology point of view, seeing the audience because it was the first televised ladder match, wasn't it? Oh,
yes. The first televised WWF ladder match, yes.
Yes, yeah. So, because Bret Hart had matches with Shawn Michaels on the house shows, hadn't he?
Yeah, they've done that, which came out on the Smack and Whack'em video. But there'd also been ladder matches in Calgary, which is where the reason why Brett suggested the ladder match in the first place.
Yeah.
We'd also had ladder matches here in the UK in the World of Sport era.
Oh, right. Okay, did we? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's some of the most one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen from the World of Sport era, the disco ladder match.
Okay.
It's a very peculiar thing.
And the
bones Kendo Nagasaki in it.
Oh, really?
And a wooden ladder.
Oh, and I'm guessing you couldn't climb both sides because it was an English
ladder.
No,
because that's right.
Yeah. So I think the wonderful thing about that match is just watching the audience go, "Oh, that's what he's setting up now," because it was like the first time they'd seen this sort of stuff, and it's just magical. Oh, famous 1, 2, kick out. Dan, what is your view on Jade and how would you book her, says Sassy? Someone with a winning streak of 50.
There's a question. I've got the big problem that I've got with Jade is she's been just in her 50 matches. She's mainly worked the same people, which I get is based on trying to breed familiarity for a higher quality of match based on repetition. However, I don't feel it's done the portrayal of her. I don't think anyone feels that those 50 wins are anything that really stand out.
No, I'd agree completely.
It's about, also her learning this. What I was saying about people think of wrestlers as being, finished products, and there's not. There's so much of this job that is. Oh
man, his crotch was bouncing. Oh, ref, you're a little ahead of me, aren't you? Swinging neck breaker.
Tell me when you see him get into the ring with the belt.
Oh, he's got the belt, and now he's getting in the ring with the belt. So what would you? Oh,
here we go. So here's where.
There we go.
What's the drama? Who's actually getting hit with the belt?
Billy Gunn.
Now, if I was them, I'd keep Billy Gunn with the Acclaimed.
I would as well. I think it's 2 over.
But look, they're sending all the messages that he's going to turn on him.
And he picks up Anthony Bowens and goes to take the belt himself.
Was it all a swerve? Yes, it is a swerve. But they swerve the other way. It's a swerve without a swerve, but a swerve still because they tried to get us to believe the turn was coming.
A swerve within a swerve within a swerve.
It is. And that's good because it means that we're keeping the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn together.
Well, for now. Oh, rolling out. Hey, Dan, it could be a debut, man.
Could be, because what's next?
Oh. Is that a sidewinder? Elbow. Mic drop.
Well, there's definitely something up because
the ref's down.
An angle still. We've still got 3 minutes left of TV time.
And the ref is down. Oh, that poor ref. But he did take a big bump for it, man.
He did.
Oh, it feels deserved. Them new barriers. Oh.
Timing was a little off there, but it's which is a shame, but it's all right.
Can we get some help for that ref? Poor ref.
A
roll up. 1, 2, and a kick out. And Anthony Bowens getting hit by the belt. Are the Gun Club taking the titles? 1, 2.
That's the angle. The angle is that we got new champs.
Whoa. Okay. Bloody Gun Club have just won the titles, Dan. Oh, look at the shock in the fans. And the distaste from the fans as well. What the F, the crowd saying? The crowd are not behind the Gun Club being champions. Oh, the Gun Club need to do more to sell it, man. This is the first title victory, and it feels like the... good question, Sassy. So we heard Dan's answer on that. Thank you, Sassy. It was cracking. Old enough to have watched and met Big Daddy back in Luton in the mid-'80s. What got me interested? Nice, Richard, man. Nice. You'll have worked with Big Daddy, I assume, Dan?
No, he died in 1993.
Oh, really? Right.
Yeah, so, I was 11.
Not a promoter at that point. Just
I was not a promoter at the age of 11. No.
No, we got a zebra down. We certainly did. Loldex, zebra crossing. That's the same referee that called the Acclaimed versus Jeff Jarrett and Lethal Shenanigans. Oh, is it? The guy that restarted the match. Nice. Guns going to the House of Black. I
don't know if this is the right kind of heat.
It's a shocked heat, isn't it, man?
Yeah, it's a shocked heat, but shocked heat can be great heat. Brock and Undertaker is the best example of all time for that. But I don't know if the Guns in ring. AEW is such a based on pride of the in ring of the performers. I just don't know if the in ring and the Guns is there for the audience to accept them, even with all the storyline caveats.
It's to take the titles off them and it's to switch the titles. That's all it is. I am assuming at the pay-per-view we're getting FTR versus the Gun Club. And you can't give FTR the titles off the Acclaimed. It don't work. I think that's all it is. But it's not working. The crowd is shouting bullshit. It's not going to. Sassy says the House of Black. I don't think it'd be the House of Black because you could have give the House of Black the titles off the Acclaimed. The Guns and FTR had some sort of story, didn't they, a while ago? So I'm assuming that's where they're going, but who the devil knows?
I'm not. Like I say, it's just AEW is such a rich, talented promotion, rich promotion, I should say, and that's one of the things where the trust from the audience to the product is, and I think that I'm not convinced that's the right decision for that audience because we can all see that those two, that is a story-driven title change rather than of people that perhaps don't deliver up to the expected level of pay-per-view, for example. That's not to take away from their ability, their performance as characters or performers and storytellers, but certainly the in-ring style that AEW fans, were wanting and have become accustomed to. It's
that after that show, that was your main event and that was your ending.
Yeah, that was a courageous decision on behalf of Tony Khan right there.
Well, we will see where it goes in the future. I am going to have to wrap this up very soon, guys, because I am at work in a couple of hours' time. But I am
as well, and I did not. You'll be surprised to hear this. Get much sleep last night.
Oh, mate. Yeah, that's because we was talking. The reason we ended up leaving each other is because your missus woke up.
It was like 5 a.m., wasn't it? So,
it was.
yeah.
And then I was at work at 12 this morning with a bloody hangover. And tough, man.
I was out the house before 9. And I forgot I had a meeting with Equity today as well, and I got a message like 20 minutes prior to it, and they were like, we still good for meeting at Nero's? And I was just like, no. Yep, yeah, absolutely. I shouted down to the wife, got the bloody meeting with Equity in 20 minutes, get on the phone to the taxi.
Can I have a lift?
Well, I don't ask the taxi if I can have a lift. I ask if they're available. Asking the taxi if you can have a lift is almost like you're trying to say, look, I know it's your job, but can you just give us a lift anyway?
I ain't got no money to pay you. And speaking of money to pay you, dude, Norma with a super chat. Thanks for going without sleep to spend time here. Mate, Norma, I'll be doing it anyway. I love watching Dynamite. I love having Dan join us. I love hanging out with you guys and hearing all your opinions and your questions and breaking it down together. And I won't miss it, man. If I can I had Dan ready to cover the stream, not this Dan, our Dan, ready to cover the stream if I couldn't make it. And thankfully I finished a little bit sooner than I expected. But I love doing this, I really do. So you don't have to thank me, man. Thank you for the donation. It really helps the channel. It really helps pay for the StreamYards, man, is what it does. So really appreciate it, Norma. Thank you, man. Fans are not happy, says Sassy. No,
I imagine that.
I'm not.
It's all about how can they follow, We'll see. It's too early, and we'll see.
I suppose that's become one of the talking points of Dynamite as well, from what was a sensational show.
Yeah, it's like I say, it's a courageous decision.
I'll get through your comments and then we are off to bed. That's a deflating end to the show, but I'm all for seeing those tag titles move around more.
I feel like
maybe it's just not the right way.
Too much, to be honest with you.
Do you reckon? Swerve and Takeshita seemed like a while ago. I never thought Acclaimed needed to.
Acclaimed have only had 2 feuds as champs. This was their 3rd feud. The first feud was Swerve and the Glory.
Yeah.
Where they won the titles. The second feud was Jarrett and Jay Lethal.
Which was great.
Oh, that was superb.
If you really wanted to give a team the win, give them
Mate, I'd have been all... Mate, I wish it would have been the other way around, and I'd have been all in on that. I genuinely, because the in-ring was just tremendous. Yeah, it had in-ring and heat, and it's smart wrestling storytelling,
Yeah.
And then the third is the Gun Club, and we've got the title change. So I don't know, but I suppose it's like, is AEW's, tag division lacking? Who are AEW's top 6 tag teams without going into the Young Bucks? Because they've got the trios titles right now. Like you're talking FTR, some form of variation of the Dark Order.
You got to. It's part of the issue with the trios division as well, because you've put so many good tag teams into that trios division, like Death Triangle and Malachi Black and whoever and BCC.
Well, I suppose the thing is Death Triangle, because of the situation there, I presume will be going into back into the tag scene because they've done 7 matches. They're not going to revisit Death Triangle and the Elite anytime soon.
No.
So I assume those guys would go back into the tag division. Can
I just complain about that for a second? Because we had this incredible best of 7, and we've had nothing with Death Triangle since. Like, what about all the drama that they built up?
Of having 100, and I'm exaggerating, so obviously it's not 100, but having so many performers under contract and only having 3 hours a week to be able to do anything with them. You know, and I know you can say, well, they got Dark and Elevation, and you're not wrong, although I don't believe they've appeared on that either.
But we had all that story, and I get that it's pushed the Elite forward, but it hasn't pushed them forward at all.
No, but at the same time, we don't know how they'll be reintroduced. If they're just reintroduced and it meant nothing being away, that's a bit disappointing.
Yeah,
if they're reintroduced in a way that is relevant to it, then then fair.
Yeah,
it's one of those things where it's like you can't ever go at them for something that hasn't happened yet. You have to see what
Oh, but what I can have a go at them about, Dan, is the time it's taken to get to that point. Because I feel like we should have had an answer.
It would have been nice to have seen them, but again, until they come back, we don't know. I mean, I couldn't even tell you if there's an injury related to it. I honestly haven't foggy.
But then let us know. Let the audience know.
They never tell you about injury. I agree. I think there should be injury updates. Again, this is kind of comes back to what we were saying last night about how, I believe there should be credits in wrestling. I think there should be injury updates as well. I mean, if you're telling, wrestling, the story of wrestling is the story of a fictitious sport. If we're watching any other sport, we'd know about performers' injuries.
Yeah. Of course we would. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with informing us of their injuries,
No.
They're contracted performers. It's not like on the
fighters. That's the point. The fighters. It's all part of the fight. This person got injured from this.
On the indies, right? A lot of independent talent try to hide their injuries, right? Because they don't want WWE or AEW or whoever to find out that they're hurt in case that causes them to miss a call. So on the independent scene, a lot of wrestlers will hide their injuries, and I get that. Not all of them, because some of them will be like, "I'm injured. If you guys could buy a shirt or an 8x10 or something, that would really help while I'm out."
Yeah.
But a number of wrestlers will also try to hide their injuries. It's not as bad now as it used to. When NXT UK was around, it was really bad. Like,
oh, really?
But it's not as bad now as it was. But it still happens. But when you're a contracted wrestler, use it as well. So this person's out injured, that person's out injured. It helps tell the story about just how physical what we're watching is.
Of course it does.
And I understand it might not want to be, but we don't want the story to be that they're injured. It's like, you don't have to make it a key point of a story. It's just, these guys are missing for a few weeks, recovering from injury. Now they're back. That's it. Not everyone needs a big dramatic comeback from injury when they've been out for a few weeks,
No, you can advertise it well in advance, Oh, this person's looking like they should be able to go then. This is when they're going. They did it with Britt Baker, man. And when Britt Baker hurt herself, was it a knee she hurt? It was ACL, wasn't it? Didn't she get a cannonball from Nyla Rose that was put on from someone and it ended up like twisting her knee? Point of the matter is, she was on TV every week with an injury angle, and it was great. It was great, and it put over her as a character. And I'm not saying put everyone on TV. That was when COVID was a thing, so it was a completely different product anyway. Yeah. But the point is, it was okay to know about the injury.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think again, if what you're watching is a faux sport, you would have this, and that's what it is. The story of wrestling is that we're watching a sport. We know it's not a sport, but the story is that it's a sport. So treat it like a sport.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us, Sassy. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. My wish is for the Hardy Boys to take them at the next pay-per-view. Richard, it's going to be a big face team, and if the Hardys are back ready to go, I don't know on the Jeff situation or whatnot. But that's not a bad shout. Sting and Darby.
I'd love to see the Hardys back, purely because do you know what that would mean? It would mean that we've got a lovely, healthy Jeff.
Yes, absolutely, man.
Who doesn't want to see a lovely, healthy Jeff?
Yeah, absolutely. And or they even want to be Sting and Darby, as a face tag team, to take the titles.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, it's like there's long term. There's Sting and Darby versus the Guns. Is that a match that we really want to see? No, but at the same time, it's like, this is a heel team that you absolutely want to see lose. Is that Elite?
We all know the probable outcome of that match, and they'll all be happy to see that moment where Darby and Sting have them titles, even if it's for a short thing, I think.
You think this is Sting's final year?
Do I think it's his final year? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. Do you?
Yes.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's just a hunch. I've got no.
No.
Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't, but if I was, being asked, I would say this is.
I think he'll stay on as a manager.
I don't know. I kind of feel that with Sting, you would. I know as a manager, it feels maybe. I mean, he's been great in this role with Darby.
But if it is his final year and you're going to do a big thing between Sting and Darby, then give him the titles so that we get more TV time with them and a reason to have them on TV, a reason to sell that relationship and build up the bond between them two even more before whatever happens, whether that's a breakup, whether that's an injury to Sting that puts him out of the game forever, whatever it is, there's a story there, man.
Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, a lot better than last week.
It'll be that they will have a babyface match, and that it'll be like Sting's last thing to teach Darby.
Yeah.
But it won't be that there's a turn or anything along those lines because it doesn't need it.
No, it doesn't need it. No, I agree. We'll see what happens, man. But could certainly be interesting. A lot better Dynamite than last week. Yes, I agree. The matches on this, this is a 9 out of 10 show. If it wasn't for the last match, I think the Takeshita match was phenomenal. The Danielson match was phenomenal. What was the second match on the show? The Top Flight and Elite was insane.
The second match was
Jamie Hayter and
Bunny and Paige.
Yeah. Which ended too soon. Thank you, Norma. The legend.
Well, you know what? Right. Here's the thing. Did it end prematurely? Clearly, but fair play to them for going to the finish and that because. Clearly, Bunny got hurt on the ring apron spot.
Yeah.
She took that first exploder fine, and then on that second one, she just did not go.
No.
And, she just went down. Communication happened.
And Jamie fell on her face, but then the ref obviously checked her and obviously
well, she didn't go. So what I was doing is I was rewatching when I went talking. I went back and I rewatched. And she went on the first one. She bumped beautifully on the first one, actually. But yeah, on the second one, she just didn't go. So because here's the thing, right? I saw a couple of people on Twitter saying, Jamie dropped her on there. It's just that move it's an illusion, guys. She's not actually freaking. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
The other person is doing a flip bump with it,
Yeah.
So, and any person that's trying to put anything on Jamie Hayter is just you don't know what you're looking at. You're believing the illusion of the move and thinking that the illusion, because this didn't, it's daft. Ali just didn't go, and that's the reason because. Paige is going, but Ali's not going, and that's the reason why it looks the way it goes, and that's why the ref then goes down and checks, and they just go straight to the finish. And fair play to them for going straight to the finish. There wasn't this big one, so it was no, that you're done. Go, just end it, and that's that, and that should be commended, and that should happen more often.
100%, man. 100%, man. Yeah, and it's the right call to make, man, for sure.
What's the right
Norma, thank you for the donation, brother. Night Out and Dan always add to our program. Hey, that's really nice to hear. That is really nice to hear. I'm glad that that's what this podcast does to you, just a sort of external place to voice your opinions, to listen to others' opinions, to listen to our opinions, and have a discussion about wrestling. I appreciate it, Todd. Thank you, Dan, always for spreading your wisdom.
Glad that was my wisdom that I was spreading.
I know, not your legs. Yeah, because
that's what you were doing last night.
Hey, got a bit drunk. Andy, welcome to the channel. How you doing, mate? At least there was no betrayal. The Acclaimed are ones to recover in Revolution. It will be a bigger and more celebrated one. I don't think it's going back to the Acclaimed.
I mean, it might do, but I just kind of feel like then they're going to be. I don't know, man. I just don't feel that it needed them to. We had a big celebration with them winning it at Arthur Ashe.
What do you think Tony Khan's reaction was in the back when that happened and the crowd just reacted like that?
I would imagine that he knew that was going to be. Here's the thing, right? We knew that was going to be the reaction with that as a result.
Yeah, if you told me, yeah.
You know, like there's no. I have no doubt that that Tony knew that this was a brave and courageous decision. And I have no doubt that he was expecting that kind of response from the audience.
Let's see where it leads, Dan. Let's see where it leads. So, it's just a shame that that's the talking point from this, as opposed to.
Is it a shame?
Yeah, because that show was fantastic.
But here's the thing, right? Andy is there talking about, well, this is what's going to happen next, given his theory. We're then responding accordingly. There is a story that we are engaging with.
Yeah. Even
whether
if it's not
we
the
agree
one
on the, is one thing, but there is a story that we are engaging with. And one of the things already is, well, who's going to get it next? And there are people such as Andy expecting the title to go back to the Acclaimed.
Oh, it's found a lot of good names out there.
Yeah. There's people like yourself, and I would put myself in the camp as well of not putting the titles straight back on them. But I would imagine a number of people are thinking that the Gun Club are going to be just keeping the titles warm for whoever's next. But that doesn't mean that we're right. That in itself could be part of the story. It's I don't want to use the term criticism. But my takeaway is certainly that, for an AEW fan's, perspective and what they're used to, it's certainly a different level of in-ring presentation than what that audience is accustomed to and perhaps looks for.
Especially after that show, man.
Yeah.
Dangerous. It's dangerous. I like Jungle Hook, even if I dislike the name.
But they're split up now. Yeah.
Oh, have they?
They split them up last week. They had Jungle Boy say, "No, that's the end of the tag team. I'm not interested in tag team wrestling anymore." And that was and that was that.
Sassy put loads of great names in there: Martins, Lucha Bros, Mox and Claudio, Top Flight, Black and King, Hook and Jungle Boy. Yeah, all of those.
Mox and Claudio on a tag team.
They're not a tag team. No, it's Claudio and Yuta, isn't it? Really.
If anyone tags, it's Claudio and you. Yeah.
We've done it on a couple of rampages and stuff.
Yeah.
Pat's face was right. This is from the Death Triangle chat earlier. It was wrecked early into the best of 7. I value Death Triangle getting time to cool before heating up for the pending breakup angle. Is that where you think you're taking it? I assume it is, but I just want to see Phoenix pissed off backstage or something. I just need something, but. There's only so much TV time. Agreed, Dex, says Sassy. Jungle Hook, Jungle Boy, and Hook.
Says the not team anymore.
Yeah, team no more. Parry Hook, says Todd. Todd prefers the Parry Dog with a big hook. There we go. Hi, Andy, says Sassy. Guys, thank you all so much for joining me. I'm going to put a link to my video because I need you all to go and vote the way that you see fit. Listen to mine and Dom's discussion about Roman Reigns. And I really want to plug these videos because they're doing really well on the channel. And the more comments you guys write, like the more eyes it gets on it. That's the whole point of the competition aspect of it. And hopefully we'll get more people into the stream. So, it really helps if you vote, whichever way you vote, whether you vote for me or vote for Dom, it really doesn't matter. And ultimately, it's good for the channel. So if you could go ahead over to that video and leave a like on it, it would be awesome. Dan, Dan's from Pro Wrestling Eve, wonderful company. Go check them out. They're even better than us. So if you subscribe to us and not subscribe to them, like, it makes no sense. Go support them because
especially with the announcements that we've got coming up at the moment with regards to the March 8th and March 9th shows. So
March 8th
yeah,
and March
definitely
9th,
now is the time.
Is that the week of Revolution?
Yes, literally following, the days. It's Wednesday, March 8th for Women Behaving Badly. Thursday, March 9th for the show I haven't come up with a name for yet.
Wow.
But it's at the Yard Theatre in Hackney Wick, London. And, there's...
If I'm not working, I'll be covering it. So go and subscribe to Eve so you don't miss out, man. And there's loads of great free shit on there, man. It's all free. There's member stuff as well, but go watch some of the free stuff.
There's a hell of a lot more member stuff than there is free stuff, but there is free stuff as well to whet the appetite.
But it's now being a member, mate. It's like costs nothing, and I get like access to your entire back catalogue, like over 100 Eve shows, or nearly over 100 Eve shows.
And you get every Eve show live as it happens as well. No, there's over 100.
And there's
100 exactly.
100 exactly. Is that including the She Evolution shows you did?
No, I did
exactly. So there's more than 100 then.
Yeah, and it doesn't include the XWA versus Eve Equal Fights shows either. Nor does it include the XWA shows with like Kota Ibushi shooting fireworks off himself and Will Ospreay versus Pentagon or Penta El Zero Miedo and all of that malarkey. Keith Lee versus Daisuke Sekimoto, etc., etc.
That's a good match, man. That's a brawl. Match. That's a good match. I like that.
One of my favorite ones. That one was a great experience there live. Just, mate, just seeing that ring move.
Yeah, man. There were two beefy guys that were going at it.
These guys can move the ring anywhere in this building just by running these ropes, man, or sending the other into the turnbuckles. There's a hell of a visual spectacle to witness in person, let me tell you.
Yeah, I can imagine, man. And even watching it just on camera, as I have by having my Eve membership, it is incredible. Hey, Dan, let's have a contest for the name of your show.
I welcome suggestions.
And I think Dan likes puns, especially wrestling puns. So let me throw one out there. Eve your house.
Terrible. Quit your job.
Oh, come on.
Do something that doesn't involve anything to do with creativity. Goodness.
Jesus Christ. Jesus, that's harsh. Speaking of Dan's membership, we have our own membership over on the channel. It helps us create these streams. And
of which I am a member.
Dan is a member. Dan does support in the same way that I'm a member of his streams. And Pro Wrestling Eve is right there. The building bricks of our community. We got Dex, we got Mark. Both of them being in the chat tonight. Thank you so much for your kind donations. Every week it helps us pay. Every month, it helps us pay for the StreamYards, as well as the super chats we've had. Thank you so much for that, Norma. I really appreciate it. We've got the Hardcore Hulkamaniacs. There's no one there at the minute, but if you'd like to join that tier, you can absolutely look at the benefits you can get, and you can be in front of some barbed wire. And Sassy, not only being a beautiful moderator, she's a beautiful champion Hulkamaniac. She's gone for that tier, and not only does she does a wonderful job in the channel, but she also helps support the channel by helping make this possible, helping us upgrade to 1080p on StreamYards so we can improve the quality for you guys. It's all for you guys. It all goes back into it, man. Cool. Bye, guys. Early start. See you all for SmackDown Friday. Love you all. Love you too, Sassy. Thank you so much for joining us. Who needs Adam when you have Eve?
Exactly. Saw Adam.
No, that's the name of the pay-per-view.
Oh no, that don't.
Is Eve your house better?
They're just both on the no pile.
Judgment Eve?
No.
WrestleEvia?
WrestleWomania.
No, that's shit done. WrestleEvia is better.
It looks better. WrestleWomania looks better than it pronounces. We've got a show on April the 7th, and it's the same day as the International Star Wars convention. It's the biggest Star Wars convention in the world. It's official, starts. And so we're trying to come up with a name for the April 7th show that's linked to Star Wars. So far, we've got the Mandalorian as a possibility. And the other one is That's No Moonsault. So for Star Wars fans there, a couple of puns as potential show names there. We welcome others.
We certainly do. Yeah, I'm sure you can come up with something good. I don't really know Star Wars enough. ZJI's got a suggestion. May the Eve be with you.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that one either, but I will.
But listen, we appreciate your comment.
Yeah, no, not only do I appreciate, I want more. Keep working. What kind of person would I be to just accept first tries? Damn it, I want to see the best from everyone out there.
Whether Dan joins us on the stream, or because sometimes he's working, as he has been quite a lot tonight, or whether he's always in chat. And so next Wednesday, come with your Star Wars themes, and Dan will be viewing them. I have no doubt. And if not, I will be sending them all to Dan. And he'll get a really annoying message with me with a load of puns. So have a think, boys and girls, and anything in between, because you've got to say that now. Night Sassy says Todd. Richard Smith, I just thought, thank you so much. Honestly, it doesn't matter to us who wins, who loses. What happens is them comments on videos. Dan, you can tell people this. It helps YouTube so much, man.
Yeah, it really, really does. It makes a difference between shows happening and shows not happening. It's that simple. Really. So yeah, man. Any contributions and all those things, they go a long way. You're enabling a community. You're enabling the ability for people to come together.
Absolutely. So we appreciate everyone. Dan, thank you so much for joining me, love. It's been fun.
Ditto. I'm sorry I had to disappear for a little while, but I came back and we had fun.
You were still on stream looking at my crotch. That's what it looked like to people. Right, guys, thank you so much. And remember, don't do drugs. Use a diamond ring instead. See you later.
Hello, welcome, and give me a hell yeah. Give me a whole yeah. Give me a whole yeah. From the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara. Cheers to everyone watching in Yorkshire and beyond. Hope you guys have a great day from the Spanish God. Shout out to Dom. Shout out to Anthony. You guys are smart because you're fans of me. And anyways, have a great day.